Okay, so we're looking at an IELTS Task 1 style essay where we're analysing figures without the flow of time. And it's about the charts we're seeing give information about travel to and from the UK and about the most popular countries for UK residents to visit. So as always, we just summarise the information, selecting and reporting the main features, okay, and making comparisons where relevant. So as usual with the Task 1, you should have like an introduction overview section, okay, and then you should have a sort of main feature 1 and then like a main feature 2. And usually you're trying to do comparisons throughout. To be honest, I'm going to be a bit easier on this candidate because I think these two charts that they've been given are actually very hard to compare, and it's not obvious at all how you should be comparing them or linking them together. So on the first side, we've got visits to and from the UK. So we've got a line chart where we can see first how many UK people are going abroad for their holiday, and we can see is kind of increasing. And then we've got the other line showing visits to the UK by overseas residents. So how many people are coming to the UK on holiday? So we want to try to be looking for main features. So it's change over time. So we can see that there's like a small increase, you know, between 1979 and 1984. And then like a bigger increase in UK people going abroad. And there's a sort of more modest, so modest kind of meaning smaller increase in people coming to the UK. The first thing I think is like overall, I'm thinking more UK people, more UK residents are traveling abroad than overseas residents coming to the UK. So throughout the whole period, you know, the bottom line is less than the top line, and the top line increases more significantly than the bottom line. So that's kind of the main thing I'm thinking of. But then when we look at this one, it's just 1999. So the most popular countries visited by the UK. What would be good is to have a chart also showing popular countries that came to visit the UK so we could compare. But I mean, all you can really say about this is, France is the most popular country and Turkey's the least popular country. There's not really a good trend or comparison that you can do here. So I feel for this candidate, that's quite a tricky one to do. So let's see what they said. Okay, so this should be their introduction and overview section. The line chart shows how many people travel to and from the UK, traveled... Is it on holiday? We don't know if it's a holiday or not. How many traveled to and from the UK between 1979 and 1999? And the bar chart illustrates which country was the most popular for people in the UK to visit in 1999. This is a really nice summary. I like this summary a lot. I like the way they said to and from the UK. I think that's a really nice phrase of summarizing what the line chart's showing. And then they've stuck in the bar chart because there's nothing how the UK, the bar chart doesn't really relate very much to the line chart. So I think that's a very good introduction. And then we've got the overall, the number of visitors increased both ways over the whole period. And France was the most visited country, whereas Turkey was the least popular country for UK residents to visit in 1999. So I think this is a very solid summary and a very solid overall introduction. The only thing, as I said, that could be added in was that over the whole period, more UK residents are travelling abroad. But that could also be put in the next paragraph. So I think that's fine. I think if you're going to just, you know, do the introduction and overview, I think that's totally fine. A little bit of grammar issues here, but I think overall pretty good. And then we've got main point 1. The number of visitors travelling abroad from the UK slightly increased from just over 10 million to 20 million between 1979 to 1986. So slightly increased. So correctly nice use. During the correct tense. And since then, dramatically rose until 1988. So again, dramatically rose. So again, using the correct past tense, because remember that we're doing stuff in the past. Subsequently, the figure gradually grew towards the end of the period and ultimately reached approximately 54 million. Approximately, nice use of word there. Similarly, the figure for international people visiting the UK. So you could say visiting the UK. I suppose you could paraphrase it to tourists. You could paraphrase that too. Rose from 10 million to about 13 million between 1999. So to about 30 million between 1979. This is a really nice natural sounding phrase. I like it a lot. To about 30 million. I like that phrase. Again, you're showing the sort of generalization. So it sounds very natural how this person's writing it. and 1966, and then we're missing a word here, while after that it saw a constant increase in 1986 to 1999. In the end, it stood at half of what it is for UK residents travelling abroad. I like this little summary here. I would have liked to have had another sort of more general sentence at the start before you get into the specific numbers. So again, what I said here about the overall, more British people are travelling abroad than are people coming to the UK. And then you then support that by going into more detail. But overall, I think this is a really good summary paragraph. You've got the correct numbers in here. You're using lots of different vocabulary. Very natural sounding, only sort of one grammar point, and I would have just liked to see perhaps one extra sentence at the start. And then in 1999, looking at the bar chart, about 11 million of UK visitors travelled to France, which is the most popular destination, and it was followed by Spain at just under 10 million. Okay, again, nice summary, nothing wrong with that sentence. The figure for visitors to the USA accounted for the third of what it is for visitors to France. Accounted for a third of what it is for visitors to France. Finally, the number of travellers to Greece and Turkey was at 4 million and 3 million, respectively. Yep, I like the use of the sentence. Shows me nice grammar. I like the use of the word respectively. That's quite a complicated grammar move, so I like that a lot. So yeah, this is a really good task one for what I thought was quite tricky things to compare, because really for this one there's really not a lot to say about either of them. They're quite basic graphs. So in terms of task achievement, I thought was really good, so I'd probably give a 6.5 for that. Cohesion and coherence, it was logical, there was paragraphs, it was understandable throughout, so I probably want to give like a 7 for that. Vocabulary, there was a lot of really nice vocabulary in there. I probably want to give a 7. And then grammar, there was a couple of small mistakes, but there was a lot of error-free sentences as well. I would just like to see a couple more, perhaps a couple more different types of sentences. But I mean, everything sort of hung together pretty well. So maybe I want to give a 6.5 for grammar as well. And then coming out an overall 7.0 for this task one. Very, very, very good answer to a very tricky task one question.